Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. Welcome to Tuesday, which is everybody's favorite day, except of
Oh
course
yeah.
for Wednesday, Friday, and
Uh-huh.
Monday. But
Thursday.
it's in there. You know,
It's in there. It's in the top 7 of
it
days.
it's one of those days that everybody just kind of goes, "Wow, look at
Yeah.
Tuesday." Woo. Oh,
Oh God.
we watched a new movie last night on Prime.
Mm-hmm.
The Thought of You, A Thought of You.
Who's in it?
Anne Hathaway and some kid.
Oh, I think I saw like previews. I saw that come up in my queue or something.
Yeah, it's a romantic comedy. This widower, she was actually married to the guy who played the TV show host on Mrs. Maisel.
Okay, now is this guy she ends up with? This is like a older woman, younger man kind
Yeah,
of
she's in
thing.
her
Yeah,
40s and he's like
he's in his 20.
23 or 24.
Okay,
No, she's actually just turning 40. He's
okay.
23 or 24, and
May December thing. Okay.
well, it kind of, and then they reconcile, and then they fall apart again, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, cute.
Yeah, cute
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
So it's watchable, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
there you go. Watchable.
Okay.
Yeah. And nice little romantic comedy for the anniversary, which was, nice. Gotta blow my nose here. Hang on.
Oh yeah, happy belated anniversary, by the way. You didn't mention that on the show yesterday. I would have thought, hey, yeah,
I
Mrs.
did
Oni,
mention it yesterday, but you didn't absorb it.
17 years of wedded bliss.
I mentioned it
We'll do
yesterday.
it.
You didn't,
Well,
didn't
in
catch it.
fairness, I was dealing with my own shit with
Oh
the
yeah.
whole insurance. And by the way, I hopefully that gets resolved in a couple of days. The nice lady from New Delhi is going to get back to me in
You
24
you
to
honestly
48
couldn't
hours.
get a late insurance payment made in one phone call?
No, no,
Dude, you need to practice on this kind of stuff.
no. It's not practice. They couldn't do anything for me. They
Oh, they
couldn't
could
do.
too.
No. Well, I'm not making this up. This is what I got. I'm going to get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. Okay, nice. You know, fine. So
Okay.
this is kind of a wait and see thing.
Did
So
they tell you your
I'm
insurance was canceled?
yeah, it was yeah. Well, it's canceled or postponed or something. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Right.
It's so, but there it will be able. It sounds like it's going to be able to be reinstated.
Oh, thank God.
That's what she was leading me to believe. So we'll see in the next 2 days if I have to re-enroll him or something. But yeah, so either today or tomorrow, or however long this takes, who knows. But anyway, so I needed to decompress from that. So fortunately, in what slipped my mind on Sunday, because the Netflix did this live, it was the Netflix roast of Tom Brady, the greatest roast of all time. And it was awesome. Oh my God. Whether you're a football fan or not, it doesn't matter. It was viciously hysterical. Now, I had kind of gotten past the roast because the roast were kind of played out for a while because it seemed like they'd have like 2 or 3, and they just gotten just overtly more just mean than funny.
Yeah.
But it had been a while since there was a roast. This is one of those things you need these every 1 to 2 years. You just don't want to oversaturate
Right.
with roast. But it was so great. And 2 that stood out, Nikki Glazer, who's always funny, and this guy Tony Hinchcliffe, who's got a show called Kill Tony, which is great. But he just went for 9 minutes and just eviscerated everybody in the greatest way. It was so much fun. It was so awesome. If you're at work, you do not listen to it at work unless you got your headphones on. You won't be employed tomorrow. But it was everything a roast is supposed to be. Jeff Ross came in, was great. Kevin Hart, who I'm not a huge fan of, was the host of it, and he did a really, really good job. He was great, and the give and take was great. Like people got and it got with Brady, it got personal. And hats off to Brady for allowing this to happen, because he didn't have to do this,
right?
But it really, because they went after him hard, like the Giselle stuff, and it was. What I liked about it is, if you were part of any group, didn't matter what, white, black, gay, straight, doesn't matter. You got taken to the woodshed in the greatest, most hysterical way. It was it was awesome.
Okay.
It was just so good.
Okay.
It was so good.
I'm glad
So
you
that
enjoyed
helped me. That helped me get kind of unwind a little bit. It was much needed late morning after an hour on the phone with customer service.
it. All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you're in a better state of mind, and
Oh yeah, much better.
let's just hope your kid doesn't break a leg today or tomorrow.
Oh Jesus.
No, that would be bad.
Yes, but it should be resolved today or tomorrow. So there you go.
Time will tell.
Yes.
Let's work on less inappropriate comedy and more
What?
better parenting.
Less inappropriate now. We need more of what we had. We need more of what I saw yesterday. A little bit more of that, and we're gonna get right back to normalcy.
There you have it.
For
All right,
lack
what's
of a
the
better
news?
word. Let's get into it. Russia on Monday threatened to strike British military forces. Moscow warned that Ukrainian strikes on Russian territory with UK supplied weapons could bring retaliatory strikes on Great Britain. Russia also said it would be holding drills simulating the use of battlefield nuclear weapons amid sharply rising tensions. So,
Oh boy.
that's a you never want to hear the word battlefield and nuclear in the same sentence. Of course, simulated.
Simulated.
Don't
Okay.
think that's going to actually, they're not going to actually use them, but you just keep an eye out. Anyway, what else is going on? Alzheimer's disease may be inherited in some cases. This is according to a new study. Familial forms of the disease are caused by mutations in any of 3 genes and tend to strike earlier in life than the typical sporadic cases of Alzheimer's. 2% or about 1 in 50 of Alzheimer's cases are caused by genetics. Talk about the worst thing you can leave a kid.
Oh.
You don't want that to be what can you leave me? Nah, sorry.
Yeah.
That would be the worst.
I was cursed
Good
with
Lord.
Irish syndrome, so that's
Of course.
you know what that is.
Uh-huh.
I do have a friend that her father is getting down toward the end stages of Alzheimer's. And I got to tell you what an awful, terrible, unforgiving path that is. And to see her continue to struggle. And I mean, she's at the point now where she's just like, I want him gone. It's unbearable at this point. And you know what? I get it. My dad went through it with his dad. My dad walks into the room and his dad was like, "Where's Pete?" I was like, "Dad, I'm Pete," and he's no, Pete's 3. Oh,
yeah, because in their mind,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I always do the Alzheimer's Association stuff here in Muskegon, and I think it's important.
Absolutely.
I think that the research shows that by the time, I don't know, I can't give you the exact number right now, but there's going to be 150 million people across the world that have this kind of stuff. And you know what? We're not going to be able to put them all in structured housing. We're not going to be able to find a way to be able to live with this progressing and widening problem, dementia and Alzheimer's and all that stuff. We got some thinking to do. We got some problems to solve.
There are ways to kind of mitigate like dementia and all that stuff. Is like keeping your mind like my mom's big on this.
Right.
Wordle. She's 88 years old, and staying physically active too.
It helps
you stay all that stuff. It's one of those things. It's not a cure. It's not a cure.
But once you get into genetics, you're really.
But and again, when I said that genetics thing, it's 2%. That's 1 in 50 of those cases.
Right.
So it's not a big number. It's not like, this is going to happen to
I get
you
it.
or your kid
I know,
necessarily.
but it's wicked. And it is just, it's like watching somebody vanish in front of you.
Oh, I used to visit this old lady back in the 90s. Her name was Helen. And her husband died of Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And she actually had a different view of it. She had I was like, oh, because I'm like, oh God, that must have been awful for you. She's like, you know what? It wasn't too bad. Because it was like every conversation was a new conversation. She just reminded him, it was like he was re-experiencing this for the first time. And, we talked a lot. He
Well,
would forget everything. We'd come back and have the same conversation, but it
lucky
was
for
new to
Helen,
him.
he didn't wander off and
Yeah.
think his daughter was his wife and all the other kind of things that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway.
All right.
Finally, a federal tax credit has been approved, bringing more affordable housing to Muskegon. Amity Commons received over $1.5 million in low-income housing tax credits. This will allow 50 new units to be built in Muskegon for low-income families. So that's a positive.
I'll take it.
I feel a certain kinship with the low income. I'm with you, people.
Mm-hmm.
You're my people. So good for you guys. You get to get housing that you can afford. So that's I'm going to go ahead and call that a positive. Sports. Tigers fall to Cleveland 2-1. Cubs lose. Cubs lose. Cubs lose. They get doubled up by the Padres 6-3. That's sports.
All right. It is Disney songs today again for 600. Like yesterday was tough. You and Disney songs because you're such a man's man.
I'm a man. It's like, okay, look, I'm not a child. I'm not a girl.
You're like, as your kids growing up, you're like, no, Max, we're not going to watch Disney movies like all the other kids in the world watch. We're going to watch MMA.
No,
you need to be a man's man.
No, he did watch. He watched old school Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
You're gonna watch the Wile E. Coyote die like 900 times here. You're gonna watch Daffy Duck get his face shot off.
Yep.
And you're gonna be better for it.
Okay.
And Speedy Gonzales, that's a good damn cartoon for you.
And don't forget his cousin Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Slowpoke Rodriguez was the.
My grandkids,
cartoon character.
It was Disney movies and Romeo and Juliet and Wreck-It Ralph. I did it right.
Wreck-It Ralph was good.
Wreck-It Ralph
was good because Wreck-It Ralph was more of kind of a throwback.
I love Wreck-It Ralph. I am Wreck-It Ralph, to be honest with you.
There you go.
All right, this song says, all right, you ready? Disney song 600. This song says, I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder.
See, could you sing it? Sing it how it would have been sung. Sing that line as it, because you kind of just.
Well, I read the questions. I don't sing them. I've never heard a Jeopardy host sing a song. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it like they do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, well, as somebody who aspires to be like a game show host, you really you feel it felt like you mailed that one in.
Here's the thing: as somebody who aspires to be a game show host, there's rules you have to play by.
Mm-hmm.
There are set standards in game show hosting that need to be lived up to. I mean, we're talking about giants of the industry like Wink Martindale. We're talking about
Bob Eubanks.
We're talking about
Gene Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn. Yes, don't forget Gene Rayburn. Richard Dawson. How about the one and only David Ruprecht? I mean, these are giants, right? I can't fail these people. I have a picture with me and David Ruprecht. Look. There we are.
Wow.
I know. What's your answer?
I have no idea what the hell it is.
A whole new world.
Okay, yeah.
Flying around on a carpet. A whole new world. Look at me. It's Aladdin. Sorry. You're a big dumb loser today because you didn't know Aladdin. So.
No Aladdin.
Have yourself a great Tuesday. Go home and watch more filth, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
See ya!
Happy Tuesday, Muskegon. We've got a rainy day ahead of us, along with some thunderstorms rolling in this evening. So let's take a look at your forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health. Starting with our weather headlines, again, we've got rain and thunderstorms for today, but we do have a brief clearing during the daytime of tomorrow, or we'll get some sunnier skies, and we won't have any precipitation. But starting Wednesday night and continuing through Thursday, we'll be seeing more rain, and we'll be seeing more rain again on Saturday. Looking at our future radar, that first line of showers is expected to come through the Muskegon area at around 11 a.m. today and continue on and off through the afternoon. We'll have a high at around 68 degrees with winds coming out of the east at around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but we will have gusts up to 30 miles per hour, so be prepared for that. Tonight will cool down to about 50 degrees with that chance for thunderstorms, about 40%, with definitely some more rain coming with that as well. And winds will calm down to about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the southwest. Now, taking a closer look at our high temperatures across the county for Tuesday, we're in the mid to high 60s for the majority of the county, but we're definitely colder to the north, Holton and Whitehall only being about the mid 60s, but down in Ravenna and Fruitport, Norton Shores area, we're a little bit warmer, closer to 70, around 68 degrees. And of course, we're still in the very low 60s right on the lakeshore at our beaches. While we do have a cooling trend in the forecast, we'll actually stay fairly warm for tomorrow, around 70 degrees for the high with mostly sunny skies. There are some showers expected to come in late Wednesday night, though, and continue through Thursday with much cooler temperatures, around 62 and 63 degrees for Thursday and Friday. We'll clear back up for Friday during the daytime, but Saturday morning will bring another chance for some rain showers. And Sunday and Monday we will stay fairly clear, but we are still in those low to mid 60s. That is all for your Tuesday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health for the Muskegon Channel. I'm Tegan Schultz, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.